Alright, beginning of day 3 begins to where we just left off from what happened at the end of day 2. A paraglide off of the very top of the Temple of Time, and I'm just kind of strolling down, and then I do actually see a chest guarded by a bokoblin, as you can kind of hopefully see while it gets into frame. But I kind of just decide, why not just go for it? So I try and just get a headshot, decide to not waste my arrows because I have like 2 left, use my fire arrows, headshot the bokoblin, which was really nice. Tried to sneak strike, it failed miserably though. Like, the game gave me the option and it just failed. Almost threw the boko stick for some reason because it was on fire. I was trying to put it away. And then I just got a quick, easy, simple kill, which was super nice, super simple. And then I just saw the barrels, decided to just try and just grab my bombs that I have, and I just dropped it right on the barrel, blew it up, and it was like, I guess just 1 choo-choo jelly in there. And I only got like that was it. And then I opened the chest, and I was able to get the amazing Hylian trousers, which is really useful, to be honest. And then after that, I just paraglided on down from the Great Plateau, finally leaving that miserable place, trying to make sure I'm not getting it sniped from like 5 feet from the air by those bases, as you could see there. And I finally make it to Hyrule Kingdom. Finally, I'm away from that wretched place. But I'm kind of running along around some ruins, get the nice rusty claymore, which is amazing, jump for joy, and then I'm just kind of continue strolling along, and then I just go into another kind of little ruin area, and I'm just kind of walking around. I see another rusty claymore, so I decide to drop my boko club, which is crazy. And then I just get some mushrooms, as you can see here. Just found a nice little cliff of them, so I just go kind of scrounging, get some nice mushrooms, which is super nice because these can help a lot. And then I almost fall and take some damage, or I fall and almost take some damage. Then I just kind of continue to stroll around, almost get smushed by some boulders. I'm very confused what happens there. And then I find my first enemy, a blue moblin, which is the first time we've ever seen a moblin. I instantly flurry rush him, which is amazing. I'm able to just do a nice, just a good chunk of damage, about half HP. And then he's trying to kick me, and then somehow it failed. And then he tries to kick me again, and he just can't. And I'm just, at this point, I'm thinking, am I too small for him to kick me? I throw my sword at him. He just falls down like a big oaf. I put out a rusty claymore, and I just swing once, miss, flurry rush him again, which is hilarious. And I just start beating him up with this claymore. And then he just falls down and dies. And then I get a new weapon, the boko bat, which is nice. And then I run into this bokoblin with a broom. Almost die from 1 stab. He's trying to stab me again with the broom. And then I find another bokoblin finds me out of nowhere. And then he's got like a farming tool. I can't really tell what farming tool it is. And they're just chasing me. So I decided to just go into the shrine that I find, which is, I'm not going to pronounce that name of the shrine, but that's the shrine for y'all. And I just get on in there. It's called The Wind Guides You. And I'm just like, okay. So I instantly see a chest, which is easy. Fail to jump miserably there. And then I'm like, okay, let's try this again. I'm going to run around. Okay. I jump for joy. Don't even deploy paraglider. I finally run on over there. Took way longer than it needed to, but it worked. Got a nice amber, which I'm actually not that mad about right now because I'm off the Great Plateau. And then I'm just kind of just trying to assess the situation here real fast. And then I just jump, boom, paraglide on over to the next stage, which is super simple and super easy. And then I just find the other platform, and I was trying to decide what that fan over that other fan was for, and then I decided to not care. And then I tried going for that chest. Almost fell to my doom. And then I just continued kind of just moving forward to where I was just like, okay, let me just go back. Let me try and get the chest. So I kind of just tried a different approach. Then I missed the jump there, which was stupid because I was trying to get on that platform to then jump down and glide to the chest from that point. But I failed miserably, as you can see there. So I was just kind of like, okay, let me reset. And then I just paraglided on over. Didn't miss the platform this time, which is great. Thought about just completing the shrine, but I was like, let me try again. And I thought I would miss this, and I don't think I would have. I think I would have just barely gotten it. Fell to my doom, which is stupid. I don't know why I had to do that, but I pretty much reset right next to the shrine, so I just decided to quit and try and not waste any more time out of it. So we just kind of continued on. got the shrine, which was really nice. Got a spirit orb, which is also really nice. And then we just dipped. Really, we just kind of just were like, okay, bye. And then I was kind of just exploring. I was just getting quests for the DLC. And I had found a chest, as you can see, kind of in the water. So I was just trying to make my way, which is why you just kind of saw me almost dying right there. So I'm just kind of trying to make my way there. And I actually saw some, I actually caught a fish by putting it on my ice. Or the Krynos, I don't know how to say it, the ice. And then I finally leaped to the chest, and then got some purple rupees, which is actually really nice. And then I found, a Bokoblin kind of base, so I decided to kind of actually go on this bridge instead of going over there. I actually decided to go back, and I was just kind of just climbing around this bridge, saw another outpost, decided to not peek, and then I saw that person. I definitely thought it was a Yi Clan member. I don't think it is, so I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna jump, and then for some reason, they're telling me not to jump, and it's like, don't jump to your doom. And then it's like, I just don't really care because I know I'm not going to die. So I'm like, okay, I don't really care. Leave me be. And he just keeps talking my ear off. And I'm just like, I do not care. So I just kind of just paraglide onto this Bokoblin's base, jump him. And he's like, what? The frame is perfect, by the way. I just get the sword, which is hilarious. And I just jump on over. And then I just get a nice opal. I don't know why I had to pause there, but I just grabbed it and I left. And it's like the Boko base flew up and stuff, and he couldn't see me because I was too far away. And all the Bokoblins in that base too were trying to shoot me. They were doing a horrible job, mind you. Like, I mean, I could just see arrows just shooting, and I don't know what they were doing. And then I just see one jumping for joy, like, he's gonna get killed. We're gonna get him, guys. And then I don't know why, but that one just walked in the water. And I decided to just kind of just swim on over. Got a nice shield. And then I also got a nice melee weapon, which was nice. And then these guys are just screaming at me. They're like, what do you do to Bill? And then I just swing at them with the rusty claymore. These claymores aren't going to last long. Get shot with an arrow. My rusty claymore breaks, but it's not that big of a deal. So I just pull another rusty claymore out. Just swing, just throw him in the air, and he just drown. Like, oh, he doesn't even drown. He just gets thrown into the ocean. I just grab his one horn that he had to drop, the singular horn. Which I hate when they do that. But I'm just like, and then I just keep throwing them in the air with this claymore. I'm just playing like just playing baseball at this point with them, and then just wham, just finish him off, get some more materials, and then just moved on. And then while I'm just going along, it turns to night, and then I'm trying getting attacked by like every mob known to man. I'm trying to get to this chest, as you can see there. I'm getting shot by an Octorok. I don't really want to waste any arrows. As you can see there, I wasted an arrow as soon as I say that. But I just can kind of continue on, just trying to ignore the Octorok, just trying to not waste as many arrows as I would need to. Finally get the chest just onto a little platform, and I got another amber. To be honest, at this point, all those wooden chests I feel like are just materials for some reason. Things that I don't really want to use or need. So then I get pretty low from the Octorok just shooting me constantly. And then after that I get out of the water. And then I find my first stable, which is really nice. So I just kind of run by those skeletons. I get a hardy radish, which is actually really nice. Just getting some materials, just quick game materials. Just running along over to the shrine, or shrine and stable, which is really nice. And I kind of avoid the bridge because I don't want to get shot by that Bokoblin base back there. So I just kind of continue just moving along, one step at a time, avoiding all enemies so I don't get actually bullied. Even though I should be taking care of these keys, I'm just not, and then I finally do. And then jump for joy after killing one, and then I just kind of continue on. And I'm just moving, and it's like, well, you're doing nothing, but okay. So I just continue moving, which is really nice. Fail that miserably. Like, I missed that jump entirely. and I finally got to the first stable, and this is actually very monumental. Jump for joy again. I don't know why I keep jumping so much. I think I forgot the buttons, but I got to Beetle, which is actually very monumental because I finally can buy arrows, and he's just saying that I can get stuff for a fair price, and it's like, first I actually want him to buy like every material that I got, so I was just trying to look at what I had, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you this rupee, and then I'm gonna give you some other things like all my opals, and it's like at this point it kind of makes sense just to sell everything because I need the cash, 1, and 2, I don't really care about the stuff, and then I get some ambers because there's no way I'm gonna have a time to farm for gray fairies. I'm not gonna lie. Then I sell all of my Bokoblin guts. I don't know why I was selling this stuff though. But I sold all the Bokoblin guts, so sold all the Choo Choo jellies, was kind of just a waste, in my opinion. Then I just was contemplating what to do, and then I just sold all the Bokoblin horns, and then I think we sold all of the Bokoblin fangs. I don't know why I was selling all of this, but I decided to just sell my whole inventory. And then I was actually contemplating on selling the springs, and then I actually just stopped there. And then I just was like, okay, I need to buy his arrows. So I legit just bought the pack of 5 arrows, and then I just bought all 20 of those arrows that he did, like the singular arrows. And I just ran them out of stock, and then I ran on over to the shrine that was right next to the stable, decided it was pretty simple, walked on in, just decided, and then I just got started, and I don't know why I forgot to put, I think this one was like, so this one I remember doing a lot of, because this was just like one of the early game shrines that I would always do no matter what in the playthrough, like in a playthrough. So I got another amber, of course, because you can never get too many of those. So for some reason I sat there for like forever, so I cut that out for y'all, but we just can continue to just kind of move along. And I was able to just almost bring like the whole bridge of those metal blocks along, which was really nice, but I failed, and 2 of them fell. So I knew I had to get up to that shrine platform. So I was actually so I'm now trying to make like a giant 3 cubed pillar or whatever to get this ramp, or like kind of like walkway, as you can see right there in that frame. I'm trying to just get that, so I actually do it really fast, and it's like, this was like one of the first live streams that I did that I actually locked in on. Like, I feel like I actually did good on this, because it's like, this took me about maybe 3 minutes total, but like 20 seconds for y'all. So it's like, I finally was able to actually balance that, which I usually never do when I actually do this shrine just normally. But I decided to lock in, as you can see, and then I just got the shrine done, and it was like one of the easiest shrines I've done, or may do, even in this playthrough, to be honest. This is just super easy and simple. It wasn't even that hard, and it was like, okay, I got it done. And then I just got the spirit orb, which was nice, and we continued on. We actually went back to the stable, and I was like, okay, I need to make some food, because I had like no food on me. Like, I maybe had like 1 seared steak and a meal, and that was it. So I was just I made a mushroom skewer. Then I contemplate what to make next. I was thinking about doing, I think, radish, but I actually grabbed some herbs, and then I just moved on over to what was I doing here? I took way too long to do this, and then I just grabbed like chili pepper and a mushroom, and I think I got like a spicy steamed mushroom or whatever. Like, I can't even read that at that point. And then I just grab some more mushrooms, and then cook it, and then I get another meat skewer. I jump for joy again. I mean, I've jumped at least 50 times trying to open my inventory, which is embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. I get a fish in mushroom skewer, not fish, not the Pokemon, Magikarp. And then I just get another mushroom skewer, and I just kind of contemplate if I want to do any more, and I'm like, no. So I just kind of like move along. And then I find another chest. This is like the 5th chest I found in water. And then for some reason I'm trying to go into the ocean. I don't know why. So I just climb back up my ice pillar. I'm able to put the chest onto the ice pillar. And then I just make my way back up, open the chest, and what would you know? I got an amber. Let's go. Another one. And then this is just now a couple of minutes of foraging, so if you want to, just skip maybe like a minute or two ahead. But in this, I'm just collecting food, just getting some mushrooms, apples. I see a giant bokoblin base over there, which is kind of stupid, and I just was crouching because got some acorns, which was nice. Just kind of was running along, saw a deer, which was cool. Just kept on going, and then I finally found one of the useful items, iron shroom, which was awesome. Found a nice boar, shot it to get some raw meat, almost got shot, and then I found my first ever blue bee. It instantly saw me, but I shot it once because I was like, I'll shoot it once, and that's about all I'll do. So I just shot it once, got a blue rupee, which was super nice. Got another one as well. And then I just, after my quick foraging adventure, I just kind of moved on. Was just trying to also be stealthy because, as you can see, there's like a skull base like right in my path. But before I do that, I kind of just sneak behind the archer of that base, which is kind of hiding on a rock. And I just grabbed this chest, which has a korok leaf, and I just kind of just take it because I had the free inventory space, and anyways, it works. So I just was like, okay, I'm going to move around the base. We're going to be fine. They're not going to catch me. Instantly, I legit alert all of them, and I was like, oh, okay, we're going to climb on the skull, and we're just going to chill here. So I just kind of just sat there while waiting for my stamina to recharge, and then I saw another, like, smaller base. So I kind of just decided to skip that altogether, glided down to a rock kind of close to the Dueling Peaks Tower. But I actually like to call them like I think I call them the Twin Peaks. I don't know. Maybe I call them the Split Peaks. I don't know what I actually call them, to be honest. It just comes to me at points. But I just kind of just start making my way over there, because I think in this moment I just told myself there was no time to climb it. So I was just like, I would go over there, I guess, and then just leave. So then if I ever wanted to get this part of the map, I could. But I just kind of decided to, get the Dueling Peaks Tower and just was like, okay, I'm just going to move on. And I just moved on from there. I was getting shot, I think, by another Octorok right there, and I'm just getting shot by it. And I'm just like, where'd that come from? And I thought it was from that base, but it wasn't. So I just kind of moved along. I actually found 2 Lazathos on my path. And they instantly spotted me. They tried shooting me with water, which was very gross. And I just shot one with an arrow, lost 1 bow in the process. And then I was just trying to run away because I did not want to deal with them, because these enemies are infuriating, if you know what I mean. I get shot from water, I get long distance sniped with water. And I try and blow them up. I did blow one of them, but the other is just trying to hit me with his tongue. And then I'm just getting bullied. I am just awful at combat at the moment. And I actually see a shrine while fighting him, which I actually didn't know because I didn't have the shrine sensor at this moment, because the game, for some reason, didn't give me shrine sensor until, a little bit later, which was weird. And it just, it finally gave me shrine sensor, and I was like, what? Or, a little bit later through the playthrough, but I was able to get the shrine because of fighting Lazathos, so thank you. Jump into a corner, but I actually did get into the shrine somehow. I don't know how. Got into it, got into the shrine. Timing is critical. Kind of just was moving on. And then I got to the final part to where you had to, flick the ball. And I completely failed the first try. Failed miserably the second time. And then for the 3rd time I tried it, and I was like, nope, that's not going to work. And it didn't work, of course. So I was like, 3rd time the char sucks, but 4th time the char maybe. And I flicked it, thought it wouldn't go in, made it, and then wasn't standing on the platform when I made it. So I just sat there, staring amiss, just sitting there the whole time. And I just kind of moved on after that. I was like, okay, we're done. So I just was like, I did see the chest, and I can kind of tell how to do it, but I just decided to completely skip it. I didn't even care. I just jumped for joy once again. I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep trying to press X or whatever to do something, and I just fail miserably. Get the shrine, get another spirit orb. Super simple, super easy. Really helps out that I'm getting these early game. And then I just move along. I don't get caught by the Lazathos, luckily. I'm just kind of moving along now through the Dueling Peaks. Just kind of, and then I find another small miniature bokoblin base, which is kind of just And I actually did drop my korok leaf, I think, here. No, I dropped my spear. I don't know why I dropped my spear. I think I had a reason, but I kept the korok leaf, dropped this the traveler spear, and then I just was kind of actually trying to sneak over because there's like a couple of weapons that have left behind. So I just actually grabbed a better spear, which is a throwing spear, which I already have. And then I just kind of ran away. And I just ran up the mountain. They didn't even know. And I was like, okay, this is nice. Kind of just left a rock behind because I kind of forgot what in the world bombs are, even though I'm using them right here. So I just throw a bomb. And then it was hilarious just to see the reaction while they're just kicking it. I blew one up and they're all like, what? What happened? And I just threw another one down there. And the same guy got blown up. And I just blew all of them up at once. And I was like, wait, what happened? Because I didn't see the bomb barrels. And all of them were just super confused. But there was one black bokoblin that I had no clue where he went. And I was trying to piece it together because I knew he had some good loot. And I was trying to figure it out. And I was just like, where did he go? And I actually finally, like, I was just kind of seeing how they would react first. And then I actually paraglided down into water. And I found his remains in the shields. And I think the shield from him I found shields in the water and the shield from him just chilling in the water. And then I just start getting shot at by his friends. But they have awful aim. So I just decided to actually leave all the stuff in the water. Because I don't have any inventory space. And I just kind of move along. Grab a nice snail, because why not? I'll name it Turbo at this point. And just grab a couple of arrows from the enemies who are trying to shoot me, but they're awful at shooting. And then I just kind of move along after just getting like 1 KO. And then this is actually a funny part. So what I do here is I'm just like, okay, I'm going to sneak up on these 2 guys. And it's like, I decided to just climb up the tower. One guy almost sees me, which was really, really scary. Like, if I got caught there, I could have just been hit with rocks, but it really didn't matter. So I just was like, okay, I'm going to do this. 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 So I just got up there. I got a nice rusty broadsword. And that's actually really good. I got this. Oh, you got some broadsword here. Oh, Soldier Spear, that's way better. I just knocked him off his... He's dead. He just died in front of my face. And then actually, that was hilarious. I just said, oh, this is way better than this. Here's this. And after that amazing W clip there, I got to another stable and another shrine. I saw the shrine was covered in spikes, so I decided to try and get a high vantage point so I could kind of paraglide onto it. I was able to find a nice just little like kind of chip in the side of the edge of the mountain, and I got a running start, paraglided all the way down, and was able to just do a nice soft landing. Got into the shrine. I was able to continue on into the shrine as well. Got into the shrine called the Water Guides. And then I had my bombs out, or was about to throw a bomb, but I actually decided to use my actual water thing. And then I was just starting to make pathways for me, just kind of making ramps. Just kind of like, okay. And I almost fell there, which was kind of stupid. And then almost fell there again. And then I'm just like, okay, this is a super easy shrine. And I actually also remember this shrine as well, because who has not done this shrine when playing the game? It's like one of the, like, if you don't do shrines, this is like one of the only shrines you'd want to do. And it's like, I instantly kind of remembered how to do this. And it's like, or not really, to be honest. I sort of remembered. To where I was like, I know I have to, like, block this, like, one thing off. And I was horrible at trying to freeze the stuff from a long distance. And it's like, my idea was, like, sort of right, but for some reason I put, like, the ice block there, even though it wouldn't reach the ramp. And I was like, and I instantly realized, and I was like, oh, okay. So I reset pretty much everything. And I actually made the block where it had to go, which was really nice, really useful information there. And then I just was able to get the ball there, which was really nice. And I almost got it, but whiffed. Instantly knew what I had to fix, and then I just got it. And I just watched it just in case. And I was able to get it, and it was another simple shrine done, which was really nice. Also, I have no clue where the chest was in this shrine, to be dead honest. So if y'all know, put it in the comments. Just let me know, because I actually have no clue where this shrine is, to be fully honest. Like, this is one of, like, the few shrines that I have, like, no clue about, and it's like, whatever, but still I actually would like to know, so then if I ever play this game again, which I will definitely in the future, but just if I would just like to let know again. And then I got another spirit orb, got it finished up, which was super nice, walked out, and then I was just walking over the stable, could not for some reason run, and I ran to Beetle instantly because I wanted more arrows from him. So he was like, "What you looking for?" And I actually first sold him like more stuff. So I sold him all the ambers I instantly got, like the 3 or something ambers that I got, which was kind of hilarious. And then I just was like, okay, that's all I want. And I was like, okay, now I need all your arrows. So I just saw that he had like 2 packs of 5, bought both of them, which was super nice, super cheap. Like if you ever need free or really cheap arrows, go to Beetle. He's stinking cheap. It's like you get 20 arrows for 160 rupees or 120 rupees, which is actually kind of a scam actually. And then I just kind of move along. I'm just getting some apples, and then this lady sitting by the campfire is just like, "I was thinking about taking an apple," and I'm like, "Well, womp womp." So I just moved along and just took all 3, and I just kind of like, okay, trying to just figure out my next move. And then I just saw 2 people talking, didn't even care, and I just moved along. Thought that person was a E Clan member, to be dead honest, because I always think everyone's a E Clan member. Then I find a platform with a chest on it, so I shoot it, and the chest does a trick shot 360, no scope or whatever, and just lands on its head, and it's like looking right at me, and I'm like, okay, alrighty, chest, and I just get another opal from it, which is kind of like, man. So I just kind of continue on to the Kakariko Bridge, and I find a flying Bokoblin base, like an already flying one, which kind of like these ones suck to face. I actually instantly sniped one of the guys, but it was like a 4-1 instead of a 3, which sucks as well. And I'm just kind of like chilling in a corner, and then and this guy is like blind, and then I like almost get it, but I should have shot a different one, and this guy's got like bomb arrows or something, and I'm just like trying to piece everything together, and I finally kill him, and he just falls in the water, and he's never found. Or, not never found, but he just goes bye-bye. He drops, like, 2 things, doesn't even drop his bow or his, like, arrows, which is stupid. And I was wondering where the chest was, and I almost actually gave up on this. I was like, where'd the chest go? But I remembered that the chest was, like, metal, and I at first thought it, like, dropped, like, right there, like, in that vicinity, and I just didn't know where it went. I was like, where did it go? So I was just trying to figure out where it went before I did give up on it, because I didn't want to give up on it. And I just kind of looked up again just to see if somehow it was glued on there, but no, it wasn't. And then I just looked, and I finally found the chest. And it's just like a little bit further than I thought, but I did find it. And I actually, in my opinion, I actually don't think this was the chest that was on there. But it might have been. But I got another opal, which was nice, which is also hilarious. And I just kind of was like moving along also up this path. And it's like I kind of completely forgot about Hestu in this game. So it's like, while I'm just kind of like running up this hill after just getting everything done, I'm just kind of like, enjoying the sights, enjoying the view. And then it's like, I see a goat, and I'm like, you know what, I'll take the goat's food. So I just shoot the goat right there, get some food, which is super nice. And I'm just kind of like, waddling along, enjoying the view, enjoying the game. And then it's like, we kind of hit this corner right here, and I see Hestu, and I'm like, hold up. So I like see him like clearly, my brain processes it, takes forever, and then I'm like, okay, I need to mark him, because I actually had like no Korok seeds, like only 1 from the Great Plateau. So I just was like, I got 1, and then I just left him. I just said, I was like, I'm sorry, Hestu, but no. And then I actually, right after I dipped, I legit got another Korok seed right there, which was like, okay, 2, I did it. So it's like I got like 2 Korok seeds, and I moved on. And I actually finally made it to Kakariko Village, which was amazing. Like, it took a while, like, most of the day just to get there, but it was super worth it, because I just got there finally. It's like, so I just kind of, like, nosed around into a store, saw a couple of arrows, was kind of deciding if I wanted them, and I think I was just contemplating on which ones to get, and I actually just decided to get all of the single arrows, which was cheaper than Beetle, mind you. Kind of just was like looking at what's going on, and then they were thrilled to have me, which was really nice. And then I just told them I want to sell. So I just grabbed both opals that I got like all my money back and more for like which was hilarious. And then I was considering selling the key swings, but I just didn't. And then I got the pack of fives, which were 40 rupees, mind you, cheaper than Beetle could ever be. And then I also, again, I stumble on another Korok seed, which is the one where you have to put all the apples, which is hilarious because I say, well, I don't have any Korok seeds. Well, now I do. So now I have another Korok seed, so I have like 3. But I still decide to just leave Beetle. Or not Beetle. And then I get rudely just interrupted and yelled at by these 2 guardsmen when I'm trying to get into Impa's home and talk to her. And then they just scream at me, contemplate their life decisions, and then they just say, forgive us. And I'm like, I will forgive you. You're fine. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna move along. And then I meet Impa's granddaughter, and then she just screams at me again, and I'm like, what? And she just keeps screaming, keeps hiding her face and screaming at me, and I'm like, what is going on? It's like this whole place is rude people, other than one person. I'm losing my mind, and I'm just like, what is happening? I was really hoping that Impa wouldn't be rude either. And I'm just like, why am I being yelled at? And Link is just, I don't know why I'm doing in this, but I'm just losing my mind. And just Link has no emotion. I accidentally misclick. She screams at me with all of her might. And I'm just like, what? And then she just tells me to leave her. And I'm like, okay. And I just slam the doors open. And then I see the smallest person I've ever seen. And she just starts talking to me. And I'm like, Impa? And then she's just saying it's been a long time. And to be honest, she says that she's much older, which, to be dead honest, she's way older. And then she asks if we remember her. And to be fully honest, I do not think Link knows how to respond. Link just sits there. He just is like, And then Link's just standing there, just looking like an idiot, like an NPC with no, I'm just looking, staring at Link, and I'm just seeing an NPC. And I'm just like, okay. And Impa finally understands. And then it's like, I'm told to come closer. Link walks like an NPC too, not gonna lie. And then she says that I need to tell you what happened 100 years ago. Yes, 100 years ago. And then it was like, whatever. And it was like, we're just being told kind of what happened with the princess and stuff, which is kind of like, whatever. And then she just tells us, however, you can't do this. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm told that I have to risk my life, which I don't know why. I do it in every game. Come on now. And then she says that you have to be ready for it. And then or ready to be told the things. And I'm like, I am. And she just laughs. And then we go into a cutscene. And I'll let y'all enjoy it. Psych, it wasn't a cutscene. I decided to skip it. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry about that. If I get through this playthrough, I'll do it. But after I skip the whole cutscene pretty much from it, she just kind of is blabbing along at this point. She's just saying that she finally tells me the words that were left for me, which are free the divine beasts. And then I'm told what the 4 divine beasts are, which I really don't care about. I'm told about who they were controlled. Daruk, Ribali, who's a jerk, by the way. Not like him. Mifa, Urbosa, and Urbosa. And then I'm told that they were... I'm then told not to face Ganon without them. And then I'm also told they were stolen away by Ganon, which kind of sucks. And then... then I'm given 4 markers, which are really helpful, by the way. Very helpful. Don't think I would be able to do it without them. Get a new main quest, free to divine beasts, and now I'm just told to go to the research lab in Hateno Village again, and I just pretty much say, I understand, and I'm told Zelda's fighting Calamity Ganon by herself, and I just kind of do a 360, walk out of her house, run into the person, and just glide on over. And I'm just kind of like, I do not care. Running over to another little statue. It's kind of a nice little nook or whatever of the village, which is, usually where I go, and I decided to actually get a stamina vessel instead of a heart container because I actually did say on stream that I was going to get a stamina wheel, mainly because it was more like I'd get like 2 stamina wheels. I really didn't live up to that though. I got like 1. So I just got the 1, which was really nice. And I just finally was able to get a little bit more stamina, which was super nice. Got the stamina wheel, and then I just kind of moved on. And I was trying to find and I found the shrine where I threw chicken for some reason. I don't know why, but that chicken went flying. I just kind of was trying to find the shrine for the village, and I was able to get it, unlock it, and that was the end of day 3.